A woman had a peculiar habit. Every night, after her husband fell asleep, she would have her best friend take her place in bed while she put on a sexy coat and left, only returning at dawn. She wasn't worried about her husband and best friend being together. In fact, she even paid her friend generously. But one night, just as they were about to switch back, the husband's alarm suddenly went off. In a panic, Mia had to pretend she was just waking up. Meanwhile, her best friend was tightly embraced by the husband, risking exposure at any moment. To successfully switch places, Mia deliberately called her husband. Seizing the moment, she quickly got up, wrapped herself in a blanket, and escaped the bedroom with her friend. They hid in the bathroom temporarily, but before they could come up with a plan, the husband knocked on the door. To avoid being caught, Mia wrapped herself in the blanket again, revealing only her head. She told her husband she needed to freshen up first, using this excuse to get rid of him. On the surface, their plan seemed flawless. However, Mia's friend didn't want to continue helping her. The reason wasn't low pay, it was because she felt sorry for Mia's husband. As a man who deeply loved Mia, he was being treated in such a cruel way. It turned out that Mia left every night to meet her lover. Even her best friend could see how wrong it was, but Mia herself didn't care. She thought she was being clever and would never get caught. To convince her friend to keep helping, she begged desperately. Eventually, her friend reluctantly agreed to do it one last time. But this time, they were exposed. In the morning, as Mark turned around, he suddenly noticed that his wife's hair color was different. The next second, he sat up in shock. Lying next to him was a complete stranger. No one knew whether Mia's friend had fallen asleep by accident or if she did it on purpose to expose Mia. Either way, she admitted everything. Meanwhile, Mia, feeling invincible, had even brought her young lover home, thinking her husband wouldn't wake up early. At that moment, Mark finally realized that his wife had betrayed him in the most humiliating way possible. Seeing the situation, the young lover didn't say much, he simply got up and left. Even then, Mia didn't fully grasp the reality of what was happening. She made a half-hearted attempt to ask for forgiveness, but if she had even a little common sense, she would have known that Mark would never forgive her. In the end, Mark kicked her out of the house. What Mia and her best friend didn't expect was that Mark forgave the friend and even asked her to stay. This makes me wonder, had Mark realized all along that the person beside him wasn't his wife? Perhaps he had played along to turn the situation against Mia, successfully getting rid of her and conveniently ending up with a new wife.